grow a YouTube channel while you have a full-time job? I recently just graduated high school, and that is the challenge that I have been facing. I have this goal of wanting to do YouTube full-time, wanting to be a full-time creator, yet now I have a normal 9-to-5. And so I quickly want to go through some of the most crucial things that I have learned that have helped me to manage my life better so that I can actually grow this channel. I want to go over some of the biggest mistakes that I made so that hopefully you can avoid them. I'm excited. We're going to dive into it a little bit. I'm hoping to share some stuff, some perspectives, limited advice, since I don't have a big channel, that maybe you haven't heard before. I want this to be more like I'm documenting where I am. And at the very least, I think it's gonna help to start a couple different thought processes in your head that maybe you weren't thinking about previously. Brother, let's go. I'm done working. I am out until next week after Thanksgiving. Pitch black when I get out of work. Which makes me so sad. We're done. Glory to God. It's gonna be a productive week and a fun week. I'm not going to save the best for last. I'm gonna give you probably one of the most important things that I don't think enough people talk about that has actually helped change the game for me, is leaning into systems that work better for my schedule. For instance, when I was in school, whenever I'd come home from school, I'd spend the night editing videos or I'd spend the night writing. But once I started working, I quickly realized that that strategy wasn't gonna work. The reason that that strategy wasn't going to work for me to do all of the grunt work for my YouTube videos after my job, like I did after school, is because I have a creative job. My job is photography, videography, photo editing, video editing, piecing together stories from things that I have filmed for 2 different brands. And there's only so much creative capacity one has in one day. I started to realize pretty quickly that I would come home after an 8-hour shift of piecing together stories, video editing, filming, and then I would come home and have to do that again. And not only was what I was doing not my best work, because all of my creative juices I had already exhausted, but in general, I just didn't even have the mental energy to do it. So what I found when I mean leaning into systems that would work with my schedule is I found that early mornings are really vital for me. And that's actually been kind of hard because I've been having a hard time waking up on time in the morning. That is what's been required. I figured out that I need to get the creative work done in the morning before I go to my 8-hour shift of creative work. And that's just one of those schedule changes, just one of those changes in my day that has dramatically improved the process of making videos. You don't really think about it in terms of mental energy, but those are the terms that you need to think in. Same thing with your diet. I found after I drink certain smoothies or I eat certain meals that my brain capacity just isn't where it needs to be creative. And so you want to take those little things into account as well. Another thing in this same vein is zooming into certain things that are really beneficial, that have high leverage, and zooming out on certain things that are taking too much time but not producing enough results. Because presumably one of the reasons you clicked on this video, every moment you have to spend on YouTube is precious because you don't have that many moments. When I became an adult, my respect for adults quadrupled because I realized how fast time actually can pass. And so you need to scrutinize the process that you have for making videos. It's bad because I only brought one SSD and I'm pretty sure it's the one that's broken. I realized this editing a video, but something that I've found is that if I script every word in my video, it sounds less authentic. I thought it would sound better because I was more intentional about each word, but I realized that when I was reading off of a script, I have this presenter voice, and that doesn't build a relationship with my audience. This channel has been alive for 4 years, and I've had periods of intense growth, but overall, not a ton of growth in general. 4 years and I'm not monetized. On the flip side of the same coin of not building enough relationship with you, the viewer, my community, really where that comes from is me not being consistent in my uploads. And now I know you hear a lot of people say quality over quantity. And you see creators, big creators, spend a long time on each video, make them really good. Anyone from like Matt Diavella to Gox to Mr. Beast. The thing is, to be frank with you, you're not them. I'm not them. Every time my channel has had intense growth, except for one, and it was because Andrew Tate was in the title of a video that blew up. But every other time that my channel has had intense growth, it was because of one evident factor. I produced videos consistently. Quality comes with quantity. You don't have the privilege of putting enough effort into each video to make it good so that it gets more results. Because if you are at this stage, you don't know what good is yet. And so into my next point, you need to commit to a format that you can do consistently, even though you have a job. One that I found that is better, and not only better, but aligns more with what I would like this channel to be, is these more vlog-ish style formats, focusing on documenting my journey, documenting the things that I'm learning about, the things that I'm going through, filming throughout the week a bunch of different moments, then filming one segment like this where I'm sitting down and explaining something and piecing it all together is not only way more fun for me, but way more doable than what I was doing before, which is just like word for word, scripting out, sitting down, talking head video, and then having to go film B-roll for it, which I would usually not do. And then in the end, the video would just be a waste of time. And I wasn't really passionate about it. This format allows me to keep current with my passions, to develop a stronger relationship with you because I can produce consistently, I can see you more, and it's more authentic because it's actually what I'm thinking. I'm just speaking from my heart, from my mind. I'm not reading off of a script. And when it comes to gaining a better relationship with you, the viewer, and you generally as my community, gaining clarity on who my audience is something, this is the documenting part, is the next step that I want to do. I do think that is the thing that I need to focus on. I'm hoping this holiday season gives me a little bit more time to gain a little bit more clarity on who I'm making videos for and exactly how I'm going to provide them value. If you're making videos to everybody, you're talking to nobody. And that is one piece in a larger strategy that I'm hoping to implement. This concept is the idea of progressive overload. The next step is taking this vat of knowledge. I've paid for courses, I've done research and stuff, but actually applying it. Like with each video, intentionally doing one thing better so that I eventually apply all of these concepts that I've like heard, read about, watched, listened to, seen. In my mind, could be wrong, but if I do that consistently, I don't see how I fail. And finally, I'll leave you with one more thing. YouTube is a packaging game. It's really hard for me to stay on top of, but the thumbnail, title, and hook of a video is the highest leverage thing you can work on. It's just not even close. Packaging and ideation. And that's so hard because making content takes way more time, usually. Arguably it shouldn't, but it does. And so with the limited time that we have, us with 9 to 5s, we would like to just do the work and get the video done. But if the idea for the video isn't there, if you're not locked in, if the thumbnail isn't engaging, you just wasted your time. And I'm kind of speaking to me actually because it's kind of convicting. I haven't made a thumbnail for this video. I had this idea today. Focus on packaging and ideation more than you think you need to. That's a little bit of a dive into things that I've struggled with, things that I'm struggling with now for my channel and where I'm going. I'm excited for this holiday season. I'm excited. Got some good stuff in the works. Very excited. Come on. All right.